All right, hello freshmen. Thanks for having us in your English class. We are the counseling team and we're going to be talking today about the course request process and how you'll be choosing classes for next year. Before we get into that process, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves just in case you have not seen your counselor's face before or God forbid don't even know who your counselor is. We're going to go ahead and introduce real quick. So my name is Mr. Wilson. I am the counselor for all of the Alpha Scholar students, and if your last name is A through C.
Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Bear and I will be assisting students with the last names from the letter D through K or any students with special needs.
Hi everyone, my name is Ms. Parojas and my caseload includes students that are in the AVID program as well as students with the last names L and N.
Hi everyone, my name is Ms. Guardado. If your last name starts with an M, O, or Z, and if you're an English language learner, I'll be your counselor.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Hampton. I have the letters P through Y.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Morton. I'm the PBIS counselor.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Mitchell and I work in the Wellness Center.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
So before we get started on discussing classes and which classes you're going to choose, let's first talk about how to figure out if you're on track for graduation. So a tool that's going to be really helpful for you guys is going to be your school transcript, and you can actually access that anytime by logging into your student view. On the left-hand side, you can click course history. And then once you click that, you can see there's a blue square that says unofficial transcript right to the right-hand side of graduation status. You can click that and it'll generate a transcript for you. This is a sample transcript, and you can see on the right-hand side, you can see who your counselor is. So just in case you have no idea who you can contact, you can find that information on the right-hand side. Something else that's really useful is that graduation requirement, that credit summary box. It'll actually show you each subject area that you'll be required to take in high school and how many credits you need of it in order to get a high school diploma. So this is a really good tool that you can have at your disposal if you're ever wondering where you're at in terms of graduation. So if you've never failed anything, you should have 30 credits in that completed column down below where it says totals. And then you can also see what's required and then how many credits you have needed in order to graduate with 220 credits.
Am I on track for college? So not only are you trying to complete your requirements for graduation, we want to make sure that you are A through G eligible. And what does that mean? Am I eligible to apply to any CSU or UC campus? If you pass each and every one of your classes that is listed here, your history, your English, math, your laboratory sciences, your foreign language, visual and performing arts, and your college prep elective, you must pass them with a C or better in order to be A through G eligible.
Okay, how do I know what classes I should be requesting for next year? Well, that's really the big question today. And so there's a couple different things that we're going to go into. First off, you should have a 4-year plan. So last year when you were in 8th grade, at one of our feeder middle schools, you should have started your 4-year plan for the first time. That document looks like this. So it's a Google sheet that you would have accessed through our Google Classroom. And in your 4-year plan, you put down what classes you wanted for 9th grade, what you wanted for 10th, 11th, and 12th. Your 4-year plan is a planning tool, so you can make sure that you're taking the classes that you need for graduation and the classes that you want to take before you leave that you're interested in. So you'll notice when you look at the 4-year plan here for 10th grade, a normal 10th grade schedule is going to be English, math, science, history, and then PE. It's really interesting that PE is not on here for this student that we're looking at, and we'll talk about that once we get to that in a little bit. But most students will have PE as that fifth class because you need 2 years of PE to graduate, and then you're going to have room for an elective. And for most students, that elective is going to be continuing on in your foreign language unless you're doing something different that you've worked out with your counselor, okay? So you should be updating your 4-year plan at least once a year just to make sure everything is correct. If you haven't looked at this since last year, you definitely need to find it. It's in your Google Drive. drive. When you find it, make sure that 9th grade is up to date, because things may have even changed from when you did this to begin with from what you're actually in right now. So make sure 9th grade matches what you're doing now, and then update 10th, 11th, and 12th grade with what the plan is. And if you need to look at the sequences again, they're all over here on the right, so you can make sure that you're on track with what comes next. If for whatever reason you can't find your 4-year plan, or you never did one, we created a new Google Classroom for students that need to make that up, and so the classroom code is there. Go ahead and write that down. You can join that when you have a chance and do your 4-year plan. You absolutely want to have this document done so that you've got a plan, so that way when you're meeting with your counselor and talking to them about classes, you actually kind of have an idea what the plan is, and you know what kind of questions you need to ask. So again, there's that class code. If you need to write it down, you got one more chance to do it before I move on. All right. Okay, so after you've got your 4-year plan together, the next step is going to be accessing our online course catalog on the Carter website. And that's going to help you make your choices and make sure that you know what classes you want to take. So let me show you how to do that. I'm going to get out of the presentation for a second here. So if you've never been on the Carter High School website, if you Google Carter High School, it's the first thing that comes up. So I'm going to Google it here. Here it is. I'm going to go to the web page. When you're on the front page here, all you do is go to students up here in the drop down, and you are going to look for course catalog. So there's our course catalog. So when you select that, it's going to pull up our course catalog, and our course catalog, every page that's set up on the left here is all of our different subject areas, and every single course that we offer at Carter High School is on this website. So you can check everything out. On the home page, you've got our graduation requirements, so you can keep that in the back of your head as far as what you need for graduating. We've got the A through G requirements that Ms. Mitchell just referenced a little while ago, so that's all there. And your academic planner. So your academic planner is going to be a breakdown by subject of what your options are for each grade level, so you can know what you need to do. So we'll get started with social studies.
Hi, this is Mrs. Hampton again to talk to you up-and-coming 10th graders about your options for social studies. You have 3 options for social studies. One is world history. And let's look at the little blurb that tells you about the class. Okay, so these are your 3 choices. World history, and here's a little information about that class. AP World History, another option, if you want to challenge yourself even more. And then there's also AP European History to give you another option for social studies. Okay, let's hear from Ms. Morton.
Okay, thank you. So you'll have 3 options to choose from for 10th grade English. We have English 10. We also have English 10 Honors, or we do have a new class this year that we're offering, which is Multicultural Literature. And if you want to hear more about that, you can watch the brief video above the course right there.
Okay, so now we're moving on to math. Something very important to keep in mind about math is that our math classes are sequential. And what that means is that you're going to take them in a particular order, in a particular sequence. A vast majority of students are currently enrolled in Math 1 as freshmen. So if we're taking the class that's next in the sequence, that would be Math 2. If you're currently in Math 1 Honors, the next course in the sequence would be Math 2 Honors, so on and so forth. So for those of you that are currently in Math 2 Honors, please make sure that you select the appropriate course for next year, which would be Math 3 or Math 3 Honors. So again, when you click on the specific tab for each subject and you click on the name of the class, you'll pull up descriptions. So you'll be able to read a little bit about the class and watch some videos as well.
Okay, so this is Mr. Wilson again. Let's talk about science. So you need 30 credits of science for graduation. And we have 2 pathways here at Carter High School, which I'm sure you know at this point. So you're either in the environmental pathway or you are in our traditional pathway and you're doing Living Earth or Living Earth Honors. That's our biology class. So again, like math, This is sequential. So if you're in environmental science, you should be taking Exploring Marine Environments next year. That's the next course in the sequence. And then as a junior, it's Energy in the World of the Future. If you are in Living Earth or Living Earth Honors, the next class is Chemistry and Earth Systems, regular or honors. So that's your option as far as that goes. It is worth noting that if you are not enjoying the pathway that you're in and you would like to change it for whatever reason, your one and only time to make a change to your pathway is next year. Okay, so if you are in Living Earth and you really want to be in the environmental pathway, you can actually sign up for Exploring Marine Environments, and your counselor will put you in that class because you can change. But whatever pathway you are in as a 10th grader, you have to finish that sequence out as an 11th grader. So you can jump sequences now, but then you're going to have to finish it out. Okay, otherwise the easiest way to do this is just to stay on your sequence and just keep moving along, and then you'll be all set for graduation and for college. Okay, so next up, Mr. Bayer is going to talk about PE.
Okay, hi everybody. So for the gross majority of you, your 5th class is going to be PE. So as we mentioned before, you need 2 years worth of PE to graduate from high school. So you are presumably in PE 9 now, and you'll be moving on to PE 10, 12. Now, the only other option for you is if you decide that you're going to be involved in a sport. So if you are involved in a sport, you can notice we have a little tag down here in red that speaks about PE waivers. So as it mentions here, 1 sports season completed is equivalent to 5 credits of waived PE. However, with this, everybody needs to understand that you are responsible to let the counselor or your counselor know that you're going to be working in a sport for the entire year to receive that waiver. So everybody needs 2 years of PE. PE 9, you're going to be involved in PE 10. The only other options to consider are potentially marching band or ROTC.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Bayer. And then you will notice, guys, that there are a lot of other course options. We're very blessed at Carter to have a ton of elective options. So we have all of the different foreign languages that are here. A lot of you guys started a foreign language this year, and we really want you to go on and complete those foreign languages so that you can be ready for college. So there's foreign language options here. There's a lot of visual and performing arts options, and you can definitely research any of these things. There are a lot of videos on the website. And then there's CTE pathways, other special electives like creative writing, speech and debate, yearbook, MESA, ROTC, just a lot of stuff. So we absolutely are hoping that you are going to spend some time on our online course catalog, just getting an idea for what kind of classes we have so that you can get an idea of what you want to sign up for. And this may change what you've done to your 4-year plan. You might have different ideas this year than you had last year when you started that. So over the next couple days, for sure, please access our online course catalog and start getting an idea of what classes you want to take. If anywhere in the process you have questions for your counselor, if you don't know how to get a hold of your counselor, guys, on the school website, again, under students, you can actually go to counseling office and it'll bring you right to this page here. And all of us are listed as far as who we serve, and our email addresses are right here. So feel free to reach out to your counselor if you have any questions about classes or anything else, and we can definitely help you out with that.
Okay, so did you sign up for any AP classes? Did you sign up for maybe AP World History or AP Euro History, or maybe one of our AP Visual and Performing Art classes? If so, this is what you need to know. We do require you to attend or participate in our online AP Summit, which will be from April 1st to May 1st. You will be receiving more information to come, but there is an assignment that you will need to complete. The AP Summit assignments are due by May 1st.
Perfect.
Okay, right now you might be asking, when will I actually request classes for next year? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Here's the answer. The counselors will be visiting your English classes on March 9th and 10th to have everyone complete a Google form. Please consider during this time before March 9th what 6 classes you plan to ask for, and write down any questions you may have for your counselor before we come. We can't wait to see you guys.
Alrighty, so that's everything you need to know. So now the ball is in your court, guys. So spend some time on your 4-year plan and on our online course catalog so you've got an idea what classes you want to do. And as Miss Hampton said, we will see you in a few days. Thank you.